Son, let's talk. I've been watching you grow, learning, stumbling, and rising again. You're on the brink of stepping into a world that isn't always kind. It's not easy for me to say this, but you need to hear it because I owe you the truth. Not sugar-coated lies, not fantasies, but the raw, honest truth. Here it is. In this world, nobody is going to come running to save you. Nobody is going to fight your battles for you, carry your burdens, or hand you success. That's a fact. And the sooner you understand it, the stronger you'll become. Now, this isn't to scare you or make you feel alone. Quite the opposite. This is to awaken you, to ignite something in you that's been lying dormant. Something powerful, unstoppable, and entirely yours. Let me take you on a journey through this idea because it's not just a lesson, it's a mindset, a way of life. Son, when you're young, you might think the world owes you something, a favor, a break, an opportunity. It's easy to believe that someone, somewhere, is going to step in and make things right for you when life gets hard. But let me tell you a story. When I was around your age, I was in a situation where I thought help would come. I was in over my head, overwhelmed by challenges I didn't think I could handle. I kept waiting for someone to notice my struggle, waiting for a friend to lend a hand, waiting for the universe to throw me a lifeline. And you know what happened? Nothing. Nobody came. Nobody noticed. The world didn't stop spinning because I was struggling. That's when it hit me. I could either drown in self-pity or swim with everything I had. I chose to swim, and you will too. Because waiting for help is a waste of precious time. Help might come someday, but you can't afford to depend on it. You have to learn to stand up on your own, to rely on yourself, and to face the world head-on. There's something incredible that happens when you stop expecting help. You discover your own strength. It's not easy at first. It feels lonely, maybe even impossible. But every step you take on your own, every problem you solve without leaning on others, builds something inside you, something unshakable. Think about a tree growing in the wilderness. It doesn't get to choose its environment. Maybe it's growing in rocky soil. Maybe it's exposed to harsh winds. Maybe it doesn't get the rain it needs. But that tree doesn't give up. It sends its roots deeper, anchors itself stronger, and adapts to its circumstances. That's what I want you to be, strong like that tree. When you stop relying on others, you start relying on yourself. And that's when the magic happens. You become resilient. You become resourceful. You become unstoppable. The world doesn't hand out success. You have to take it. And you can't take it if you're waiting for someone else to pave the way for you. Life isn't fair, son. It doesn't care about your plans or your dreams. It's going to test you over and over again. There will be moments when you feel like everything is against you, like the odds are stacked too high. And in those moments, you'll be tempted to look for a way out. You'll want someone to step in and make it easier for you. But here's the thing. Life's tests aren't meant to be avoided. They're meant to be faced. Every challenge, every setback, every failure, it's all part of the process. It's how you grow. It's how you prove to yourself what you're made of. And let me tell you, son, you're made of stronger stuff than you realize. The world isn't going to hand you a free pass. But that's okay, because the harder the test, the greater the reward. And when you pass those tests, not because someone helped you, but because you faced them on your own, you'll walk taller, knowing you earned every inch of your success. Taking responsibility for your life is the most empowering thing you can do. It means no excuses, no blaming others, no waiting for someone else to fix things. Let me share another story. There was a time when I faced a situation that felt completely unfair. I wanted to blame everyone else, the circumstances, the people involved, even luck itself. But then I realized something. Blame doesn't change anything. Action does. So I took responsibility, even for things that weren't entirely my fault. I asked myself, what can I do? How can I take control of this situation? And you know what? That mindset changed everything. Responsibility isn't a burden, it's a gift. It's the key to freedom. Because when you take responsibility, you take control. You stop being a victim of life and start being the master of it. Son, you have the potential to do incredible things. But potential means nothing if you don't act on it. Nobody is going to build your legacy for you. It's up to you to decide what kind of life you want to live, what kind of mark you want to leave on this world. Think about this. When you look back on your life someday, what do you want to see? Do you want to see a life where you waited for help that never came? Or do you want to see a life where you fought for everything you achieved, where you stood tall in the face of adversity, where you proved to yourself and the world that you didn't need a handout to make it? That choice is yours, and it starts now. Son, I'm not telling you this to make you feel like you're on your own. You'll always have me in your corner, cheering you on, but I can't fight your battles for you. And I wouldn't want to, even if I could, because I know you're capable of so much more than you think. The world won't help you, but it will challenge you. It will test you, and in doing so, it will shape you into the person you're meant to be. So, stand tall, work hard, don't wait for help. Be the one who helps yourself, and when you do that, you won't just survive this world, you'll conquer it. Now, go out there and prove it to yourself. Show the world what you're made of. Remember, the only person you need to rely on is staring back at you in the mirror. You've got this, son. I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself.